Edo traders protest against union activities in markets. JAMB extends UTME registration to 15th of June. Governors to meet on Wednesday for judiciary and legislature autonomy implementation. On business, investments in federal government's treasury bills weakened as sales fall by 19% to 1.35 trillion naira. And in sports, Sunday Dare to inaugurate new AFM board on Tuesday. Details of these and more after this break. I am God's Love, Orlando. And on the news, some traders on Monday staged a protest against negative activities of various unions in marketplaces in Edo State. The protesting traders marched through Costain, Mission Roads, and the popular New Benin Market in Oredo local government area, where they chanted songs in protest against the overbearing actions of the unionists in markets. The cabals were accused of compelling intending traders to join their unions irrespective of their line of trade. While lamenting the hardship faced by the traders, President of Traders Welfare Union of Nigeria, Comrade Lucky Orukpe, said some traders are often beaten up and their wares seized or destroyed by prowling unionists or their agents. Orukpe also blamed the astronomical price of food items in marketplaces to the nefarious activities of the people who refer to themselves as Iyeki. He, however, called on the Edo State government to urgently put an end to the illegal activities of the unionists, claiming that it is unconstitutional to force anyone to join an association.
We have some people inside the market that will compel those new traders to join union before they sell their items. Today, if you want to sell pepper, they compel you to join union. You want to sell meat, they compel you to join union. You want to sell tomatoes, they compel you to join union. You want to sell okra, whatever that you want to sell in a Edo market today, they will compel you to join union. These activities is bringing hardship to the Edo people and people that volunteer themselves to become a trader. Even if you bring 10,000 naira today to a Edo market, you cannot buy anything again. Because of union. We take our food stuff from Edo State to Lagos, but food is cheap in Lagos, more than Benin. I am calling on Edo State government, if they join Traders Welfare Union to fight this evil union menace, 72 hours, we shall put a stop. Somebody say we shall put a stop. We shall put a stop.
Some of the traders shared their experiences.
My name is Mrs. Nosa Bose. I stay in Eka Market, Sapler Road. So they don't force me, they told everybody to come and join union for me. So I now tell them that I cannot join. They say if I know that I cannot join union, I should go and stay in my husband's compound. So I now told them that it's not by force to join union. So they remove my table. So that is why we are now trying to the Edo State government to put our stock. Everything in that market, they will ask you to come and join union. Those are selling for kidneys. They will tell everybody to come and join union. So we are saying no to those union.
My name is Ifaluyi Betty. So the union is getting too much. If you bring 50,000 to sell, they will compel you to use 30,000 to register. How much are you going to take to the market to buy market? We are begging Edo State government. We are kneeling down to beg him. He should help us. The union is making us to suffer. We borrow money we cannot pay because of union. You will go and borrow 100,000, you will use 50,000 to register. You cannot pay again.
The protest, which lasted for hours, paralyzed economic activities in parts of the city center, and the traders vowed to sustain it if nothing is done about it. The Metropolitan Museum of Art in New York City, United States, has assured it will return 2 Benin bronze arts from its collections to its place of origin. The move will further boost the prospect of American museums to repatriate looted art pieces to the Edo Museum of West African Art, EMOWA, in an initiative backed by Edo State Governor Godwin Obaseki. The 2 works to be returned are named Warrior Chief and Junior Court Official, a pair of 16th century brass plagues from the Oba Palace in Benin City. Director at the Met Museum, Max Holein, in a statement said the retention of these works within Nigeria's national collections is critical to the well-being of museum community and to fostering ongoing cooperation and dialogue between the Met and the Nigerian counterpart. He added that the museum was in support of the forthcoming Edo Museum of West African Arts. June 14th has been designated by the United Nations as the World Blood Donor Day. The aim is to raise global awareness on the need for safe blood products for transfusion and the critical contribution voluntary unpaid blood donors make to national health system. Lebedu Asagwaran reports that World Health Organization has considered this day an opportunity to call to action relevant stakeholders to provide adequate resources and put into place systems and infrastructures to increase the collection of blood from voluntary and non-remunerated donors.
Safe blood and blood products and their transfusion are a critical aspect of care and public health. They save millions of lives and improve the health and quality of life of many patients every day. The need for blood is universal, but access to blood for all those who need it is not. Blood shortages are particularly acute in developing countries. Chairman of the Association of Medical Laboratory Scientists of Nigeria, Edo State, Nosaka Edemudia, says to ensure that everyone who needs safe blood has access to it, all countries need voluntary, unpaid donors who give blood regularly.
Nobody have been able to manufacture blood. All we have is blood substitute, and when somebody is in a critical condition where blood is needed, all you just have to give is the same blood. And therefore, on a day like this, we need to try to come out to first celebrate all those who have been ever involved in the act of blood donation, because medical laboratory science profession is a life-saving profession. On
his part, the chairman of the Association of Medical Laboratory Scientists of Nigeria, University of Benin Chapter, Ehige Ehegagware, said no amount of money can be given in exchange of blood, as every plasma collected is usually screened, following which the expenses incurred in the process is paid by the person receiving the transfusion.
So if there is voluntary donation, the payment for that is just to do the screening, like hepatitis, HIV, syphilis, and other investigations that will make the blood to be safe. So you don't sell or buy donated blood.
These medical laboratory professionals also called on members of the public to come out to donate their blood, especially those who have the blood group O negative rhesus.
My name is Omokaro Evelyn. I'm the Deputy Director, Blood Bank, UBTH, Benin City. Rhesus negative blood is very scarce, especially when the patient have to require it in large amounts. For example, more than 1 to 3 pints, and you need it in a short while. For example, a woman that is in labor and she's bleeding, she's rhesus negative. Maybe sometimes, most of the time in the blood bank, we have 3, 4, 5, and she has. But sometimes the patient may need more than that, and then it's not available. Sometimes they pack relative to come to donate at that emergency. Sometimes middle of the night, 6, 7, 8 of them. You test all of them, they are all positive, and you do not have negative pints.
Members of the public who donated their blood encourage others to do so, saying there is nothing to fear about donating, as it is a way of saving lives.
My name is Osai. When I came out to donate blood on behalf of those that are in need of blood, I came to save a soul also. But I will advise other people to do the same. Don't listen to false rumor that they are giving it to those big men to survive. It's not done. This is not my first time. This is making it the second time.
For the 2021, the World Blood Donor Day slogan is "Give blood and keep the world beating." The message highlights the essential contribution blood donors make to keeping the world pulsating by saving lives and improving others' health. It reinforces the global call for more people all over the world, especially young people, to donate blood regularly and contribute to better health. Leredum Asagwaram.
Meanwhile, Governor Godwin Obaseki has hailed voluntary unpaid blood donors for their service and determination to save lives by freely giving blood to ensure sufficient and safe supply to patients suffering from life-threatening medical conditions. Obaseki gave the commendation in commemoration of this year's World Blood Donor Day with a theme, Give Blood and Keep the World Beating, marked by the World Health Organization, WHO, every June 14th across the globe. The governor, who urged for increased collaboration among global stakeholders to create sustained awareness on the importance of blood donation, said the actions of the donors is essential to the sustenance of humankind. He noted that it is also necessary to use this day to advocate increased collaboration among global stakeholders to create wider public awareness of the need for regular and unpaid blood donation. Governor Obaseki, however, reassured that ongoing reforms in the Edo State health sector through the Edo Health Improvement Program, Edo HIP, would provide mechanism to ensure patients in rural areas have access to safe blood. And on to the educational sector, the Joint Admissions and Matriculation Board, JAMB, has extended the registration for 2021/2022 Unified Tertiary Matriculation Examination, UTME, to the 15th of June for candidates who have not completed their registration to visit special centers to finish the process. According to JAMB spokesman Fabian Benjamin, the extension was for only those who could not complete their registration during the earlier scheduled registration period. He pointed out that only candidates whose names were compiled after giving reasons for their incomplete registration process had been contacted are expected also to visit the centers. The examination, which was initially planned to hold between June 5th and 19th, has now been rescheduled to take place from June 19th to 3rd of July. Members of the Nigeria's Governors Forum, NGF, has scheduled a meeting for Wednesday to strategize on ways to ensure the actual implementation of financial autonomy for state judiciary and legislature. The head media and public affairs of the NGF, Abdulrazak Bello Bakindo, in a statement on Monday, said the issue would form a major item on the agenda of the virtual meeting scheduled to commence at 2 p.m. Bello Bakindo said the governors would also deliberate on the memorandum of action endorsed by the representatives of the NGF, the Judicial Staff Union of Nigeria, and the Parliamentary Staff Association of Nigeria and other stakeholders before the over 2-month-old strike by judicial and parliamentary workers was suspended. He noted that efforts were already underway in all states to either constitute the state account allocation committees or to inaugurate them, preparatory to the granting of full autonomy to legislature and judiciary at the state level. Coming up in a moment on our business news, investment in federal government treasury bills has further weakened even as sales falls by 19% to 1.35 trillion naira. Details in a moment.
1,000, 2,000, 3,000, 1 million, 2 million, 3 million, 600 billion, and the last kobo. Oh yes, we follow the money. It's all about the business and the business of business, the gains and the losses, the bulls and bears, the rise and falls, the risk and the satisfaction of seeing the last kobo rise to millions. On KUFM's Business News, the simple and complex jargons of business just make sense. Get the trending news on the morning market, forecast, investment opportunities, policy changes, and other breakout information on the ever-busy world of business. KU Business News, Monday to Friday on our news dawn, 6:30 to 7 a.m.
Investors' interest in the federal government's monetary instruments, the Nigeria Treasury Bill, NTB, has recorded a significant decline with 19% and year-on-year decline in sales to 1.35 trillion naira in the first 5 months of 2021. The NTB is issued by the Central Bank of Nigeria, CBN, to borrow from the investing public on behalf of the federal government. Money market dealers have attributed the development to the rebound in both yields and volume in the open market operation of the CBN and other alternative investment instruments. This trend, according to the dealers, will likely persist in the second half of the year, except the CBN raises interest rates on short-tenured NTBs and also relaxes its liquidity mop-up in the interbank money market. Analysis of the NTB auctions conducted by the CBN from January to May showed that the amount of bills offered by the Apex Bank increased to 1.54 trillion naira, representing 18% increase when compared to the 1.3 trillion naira offered in the corresponding period of 2020. To the effect, total subscription, which represents demand by the investing public, fell by 19% year-on-year to 2.17 trillion naira in the 5 months of May 2021 from 2.64 trillion naira in the corresponding period of 2020. Further analysis, however, revealed that most of the decline in sales and subscription was recorded in the short-tenured NTBs, namely 91 days bills and 182 days bills. And that's it on business. And now in sport, where Sunday Dari is to inaugurate new FM board on Tuesday. More to come on our sports bulletin this morning. And now talking sports, where the new Board of Athletics Federation of Nigeria, AFN, will be inaugurated on Tuesday at the Media Center of the Moshood Abiola Stadium in Abuja. The Secretary General of the Federation, Prince Hadiza Bioko, in a statement said the inauguration, which will be done by Honorable Minister of Sports, Sunday Dari, will commence at 10 a.m. The President of the Nigeria Olympic Committee, Engineer Habu Gomel, will also be at the event. Tonobok Okowa was elected President of the AFN at an elective Congress of the Federation on Monday, and Tafida Gazama, a member of the Sydney 2000 Olympics gold-winning 4x400 meters relay team, was elected the first Vice President. Former African record holder in the triple jump and 1995 African Games champion Rosa Collins was elected the second Vice President. The new board of the AFN will serve for the next 4 years. And that's it on Sport News. And now the news, but before we go, let's take a quick recap of the headlines. On the news this morning, we told you that Edo traders protested against union activities in the markets. And JAMB has extended UTME registration to 15th of June 2021. And finally, on News Done this morning, governors are to meet on Wednesday for judiciary and legislature autonomy implementation. Please remember that the continued unity of Nigeria is a collective responsibility. Be sure to play your part. Do not forget, you can listen to us anywhere in the world, either by visiting our website at www.kufm.net or download our mobile app from the Google Play Store. You can also listen to us live on YouTube at KUFM Nigeria or on RadioGuardian.com. KUFM's News Done was produced by Blessing Asekome. I am God's Love Orlando, saying thanks for listening and good morning.
Bring it back. More hit music. Hit music. I hate these commercials, but I love the music. Back to it right now. KUFM 92.7.
And one Nico, it's one Nico. Mr. P, follow my lead, girl, follow my lead. You they give me energy, anybody want to try to bleed. Girl, me, I need it for love, girl, I'm in need. I know get 5 loaves of bread and fish, but I swear